Alright, so it looks like we got some grinding missions over here. Yeah, I am waiting until the last minute to do this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually complete the item shop. Alright, so I'm going to have to do the fortress first. Section 2, yeah. And we get Sieg. Section 2, Defense Millenia Fortress. Just a cutscene, so let's begin. It won't be long now. Soon the dawn will break and they will leave. That is, they will disappear. After that, we just have to hope that Ryder did his job properly. Who is this Ryder? I'll tell you his true name once he returns. First, I need to bring you up to speed on what's been happening here. It's morning now. Ryder should return shortly. You must be tired. Why don't we take a short break? Would you like something to drink, or perhaps some coffee? Oh yes, I would love some. That would be great, thank you. It may perhaps be a bit sweeter than you prefer, but I promise it will do wonders for your exhaustion. Here you go. Ooh, this is delicious. Thank you, Chiron. I'm glad you think so. So, what did the custodian tell you when you first arrived here? I could fill in anything he may have left out. I see. Very well then, let me explain everything else. To begin with, this is not a typical Holy Grail war. It does not involve 7 masters trying to kill one another, nor 7 classes of servant with which to do so. So you have no experience with that sort of Holy Grail war. Well, trust me when I say that that is usually how things go. Now, I hope you're paying attention. This will be on the test. Now, the Greater Holy Grail uses... or the Holy Grail War uses... The Great Holy Grail War uses the Greater Grail's emergency systems from Fuyuki to wage war with 14 servants rather than the customary 7. That is to say, it's a battle between 2 teams of 7 servants. However, that war had already in fact concluded, with Fafnir emerging as the apparent victor. That is how he came to possess the Holy Grail, the Greater Grail. As for us, we are reproductions of the servants who were summoned during that Great Holy Grail War. Reproductions? In this world, the only 2 places that exist are the city of Trifus and, of course, the Hanging Gardens. I suppose you could call that sort of thing a simulation. Aha, it seems to have helped you understand. Indeed, this is all an enormous simulation field designed to recreate the Great Holy Grail War. We were originally imitation life forms going through the motions of battle without thought or emotion. However, as a seemingly endless simulation repeated itself, something unexpected happened. Namely, we developed intelligence, reason, and regained our memories as servants. That being said, we do not remember anything about the Great Holy Grail War. You might say that I'm starting over from scratch, at least as a servant. It's only in the tiny world that we became something close to real servants. Do you understand everything we've covered so far? If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. What sort of enemies are we up against? They are reproductions just like we are. Unlike us, though, they have nothing in the way of intellect or reason. But what they do have is sheer numbers. Of the 14 servants who were originally summoned for the Great Holy Grail War, we now face 12. That many? Yes, that many. As we were all starting from scratch, I'm afraid I don't know any of their true names other than the Rider on our side. But I believe the evil dragon does. Who is that dragon, anyway? His name is Fafnir. He seems to be the Great Grail's custodian. There's not a shred of doubt that he was the Great Holy Grail War's victor. Though I'm afraid I have no idea how he secured his victory or what he is doing in a place like this. As custodian, he would like this Greater Grail to stop simulating this war. By rights, we should be helping him, but unfortunately our enemies are just too strong. What's more, we have not a moment to waste. The other servants have learned how to use their noble phantasms despite lacking consciousness. And that brings us to the final stage of tens of thousands of battles to the death we 14 servants fought. We have no choice but to repeat this battle. And yet, the more we fight, the worse our situation becomes. How did you and Ryder become conscious? A good question. We wondered about that ourselves for a time. It is our belief now that the custodian altered the simulation's parameters to make us into proper servants. As the Greater Grail's custodian, it should be well within his capabilities to recreate us in this world. Though it seems though he hesitated to do so until the very last moment. Had he not, then we may have had a few more allies on our side. So how about just not fighting? I'm afraid that would be difficult. There's nowhere to seek refuge in this world. Although you were fortunate enough to survive tonight, there's no telling what tomorrow may hold. They did not attack this fortress only because of the new unexpected elements that you and Fafnir represent in the current situation. Most likely, they are simply a function of the battle simulation program rather than a thought or strategy on their part. The next time will be different. Next time, I expect they will account for Fafnir in the calculations and mount an assault on this fortress. Then, what can we possibly... Oh, it's Achilles! We fight to the end. What other choice is there? I was expecting Astolfo. So you have returned, Ryder. Sure have, teacher. So, this is... I'm the Master of Chaldea. I see. You're one of those master people. And sorry to bring you here just when things couldn't get any worse. I didn't catch your name, though I already know what it is. Oh, right. Sorry about that. My true name is Achilles. You know about the Achilles tendon in your heel, right? It was named after me. I'm the guy who is completely invincible except for a spot on the heel. Then I freaking died when that bastard Paris shot me with an arrow. Oh, you mean this tendon? Are you something of a scatterbrain? What? No way. I see you're an excellent judge of character, Master of Chaldea. Right you are. He's surprisingly scatterbrained and quite absent-minded. That is the one thing that hasn't changed about him since we were alive. Oh, come on. At any rate, Achilles, what became of Fafnir, the custodian? He's resting in the courtyard. Go check on him if you're worried about him, Master of Chaldea. When we get out there, we don't find a dragon, we find a small boy. It's beautiful here. Oh no, he's still here. Indeed. Even if it is just an imitation of the real thing. How badly are you hurt? Quite badly, I'm afraid. The last noble phantasm took the brunt of belonging to Siegfried, the Dragon Slayer. I'm afraid that, being a dragon, I am more vulnerable to that attack than most. I never thought these reproductions would ever learn how to use their original noble phantasms. To make matters worse, we have only 2 servants allied with us, though at least they're 2 extremely powerful A-rank ones. Did you make them into servants? Yes, I did. The idea was to convert all 14 reproductions into intelligent servants and investigate who or what is making them fight. But that would have been a horrible decision. Besides, creating intelligent beings on a whim. Such a responsibility would have been too cruel. However, my hesitation has only ended up making the situation worse. I never thought that they could use their noble phantasms despite lacking capacity for thought. So in a spur-of-the-moment decision, I did the best I could. The best I could do was turn those 2 reproductions into servants. Even so, I'm afraid that is nothing to lessen my own sins. I'm too wounded to be able to move in this form for the time being. But I refuse to sit around and do nothing to help. I'm going to make a terminal so I can join you. A terminal? Just a moment. What up, Sieg? There we go. Feels good to be back at this height and to have this voice back. So, you're the terminal. That's right. The terminal's name is Sieg. I'm afraid that I can't do much as my dragon body can, but at least his body can move. So what's going to happen to the dragon? He'll just have to go to sleep for a while. Well, I'm not able to split my consciousness across multiple bodies. Still, I can at least use my dragon body's power, for brief moments anyway. I'm so sorry. Ever since I brought you here, I've caused nothing but trouble. Well, in that case, nice to meet you again. Oh, right. You want to shake hands. I remember now. I hope I didn't squeeze too hard. I'm still getting used to this body. Now then, I'd like to meet with the other servants before nightfall. The Archer of Black, Chiron, is the wisest sage among the centaurs. So if anyone can make a plan with the information I have, it's him. Maybe even the one that defeated all 12 of the other servants, including his former allies. I'll be blunt. There's no way we can win. I see. I guess 12 servants is just too tall of an order? Correct. We're simply outmatched. I'm afraid that this is a conclusion I reached even taking you into account, Master of Chaldea. Achilles, do you know anything about the Great Holy Grail War? Not really. All I know is I saw someone who looked a lot like Vlad III during the battle. Oh, I think Atalante from the Caledonian boar hunt, too. Or at least someone who matched my old man's description of her. But that's pretty much it. What about you, Sir Custodian? Do you know anything about the other servants? Of course. All 14 servants are divided into 2 teams, black and red. The black team includes Siegfried, the Saber of Black, Vlad III, the Lancer of Black, Astolfo, Rider of Black, Castor, what was his name? Avisibron, I think? Castor of Black, Frankenstein, the Berserker of Black, and Jack the Ripper, Assassin of Black. The red team includes Mordred, Saber of Red, Atalante, the Archer of Red, Karna, Lancer of Red, Shakespeare, Castor of Red, Spartacus, Berserker of Red, and Semiramis, the Assassin of Red. I see. Thank you, Sir Custodian. You have an excellent memory. Just call me Sieg. I'm not used to being called Custodian. As you wish, Sir Sieg. Anyway, I guess you have a point. We can't possibly fight all 12 servants at once. I guess that I shouldn't have bothered trying to stop them from the outside. Don't worry, Sir Sieg. I'm just getting started. Aw, crap. This is going to be bad. Now, let's begin this class properly, shall we? Sir Master of Chaldea, would you do the honors? All rise. Bow. Be seated. Wait, why are we just sitting on the floor in the throne room? I'm not actually certain myself, but it seems to be more of a classroom right now. Okay, great. Now then, our lesson for today will be how to defeat all 12 black and red enemy servants. Wait, I distinctly remember you saying that it was impossible for at all 2 minutes ago. And it is, where we face all 12 together. So what should we do then? Use our old phantasms to take them all out at once? No, that wouldn't work. Take them out one at a time? Yes, now you're getting warmer, but it would be a waste of resources to focus on only one at a time. That would be like swatting a fly with a sledgehammer, not to mention that the other 11 servants are unlikely to simply wait patiently for their return. So how about 3 at a time? Well done, Sir Gabriel. A gold star for you. Achilles and I will team up to hold back 9 of the servants. What? In the meantime, the 2 of you will defeat the remaining 3. Simple. Are you kidding? That's absurd. I assure you, it is not absurd in the slightest. Whoa. Hold on a minute, teacher. Having these 2 take on 3 servants at once is absurd enough, but how are the 2 of us going to hold back the other 9 while they do? Did you forget that they can use their normal phantasms now? Of course not, but based on what I saw last night, they're very obvious and about when they're going to do so. A normal phantasm is, after all, a weakness as much as a trump card. And right now, our enemies use them for no other reason than simply because they can. So you're saying you want us to anticipate when they're about to use their normal phantasms and just dodge? Correct. You may be a little green now, Sir Sieg, but by nightfall, I'll have you trained to see the signs of an imminent noble phantasm. I see. By nightfall, you say. Then that means... Oh, great. Here comes the crash course. I just know it. Training starts now. Achilles, I told you... Wait. Hang on. I told you wish to become a great hero, and that you want to do so as fast as you possibly can. To be a hero, you will need good judgment and proper analytical faculties. Yes, teacher. I promise that once you complete these trials, you'll be a full-fledged hero. Yay, that's what I want. That for the next 24 hours, from this moment onward, I want you to dodge every single one of my attacks. What? Yep, that's how it goes. Next thing I knew, Chiron was shooting hundreds of arrows at me in the narrow cave. I still remember what he said. Don't worry, once you can alter the trajectories of 10 out of every 100 arrows, you'll be dodging all of them in no time. Wait, once you can alter them? Is that what it said? Yeah, once you can alter the trajectories. I don't get what that means, but okay. It should be well within your capabilities thanks to the superhuman speed of yours. Besides, none of them have arrowheads, so they won't kill you. It'll just sting quite a lot. What's that? You would actually prefer a more slow and steady approach? I see. I think that would suit me better as well. This is certainly not the ideal way to educate you. However, since we have precious little time, we should spend it polishing this method to the fullest. Hey, Sieg? Just don't die, okay? Of course, I'll make sure I survive both tonight and tomorrow night. Right on. I get the feeling you two aren't quite on the same page. Until now, the reproductions have simply come back to life whenever they're defeated. In a system like that, there can be neither failure nor victory. But now that the Greater Grail's custodian, Sir Sieg, and Sir Gabriel have the Observer are here, there's a very good chance that we can break the stalemate. Sir Gabriel, why don't you get some sleep? You'll need to be rested for tonight's battle. Okay, will do. Yeah, Sieg promises not to die, like he already died at least twice in Apocrypha, I think. At bare minimum once. No, it was twice. It was twice. I'm exhausted. I don't know, it's been a little while since I watched Apocrypha. Maybe a little bit rusty. Again. Oh, hello, Mordred. See, Siegfried. Again. Again. Getting a bit of lag on this. Come, let us battle to the death. Let us fight and grow purer. Go forth and recreate that battle, for it still has yet to be settled. Recreate, and then I will obtain what I seek. Still afternoon, huh? Oh, are you up already, Master? We still have some time before the battle begins. You still have a ways to go, Sir Sieg, but I suppose we can take a short break. Thank you. Dies. Are you okay? More or less. Chiron was kind enough to stop before he actually killed me. In the meantime, Achilles and I will set about preparing our trap. What trap? Astolfo, obviously. A bounded field, to make it easier to separate our enemies. Specifically to cut off 9 servants Achilles and I will be holding back from the 3 that you two will defeat. No doubt the enemy casters will move to dispel the field, but I believe it will take them some time. I'm fairly sure the caster of Black, Avicebron, is ill-equipped to deal with such things. And Shakespeare's, well... Indeed, I cannot imagine either of them has the skill needed to disable a bounded field. Very well then, we will return shortly. Achilles, come and help me. 9 servants. If I handle Karnar Semiramis and ignore all the other attacks... Achilles! Gah! What is it, teacher? I was just thinking about how I'm going to fight them all. I need your help to create a bounded field. Huh? But I'm not good at that sort of thing. I know, and that's why I'm asking you. Another lesson? Now? But of course, planning your strategy before battle is one of the most important steps towards victory. As such, you must continue to do so while you help me prepare the bounded field spell. We will be facing 9 at once. A split-second decision will mean the difference between life and death. Getting accustomed to thinking about several different things at once will aid your decision-making capabilities later. It is part of your training. Okay, I'll do it already. I swear, I can't let my guard down for a moment around you. What's up? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking about how well the teacher and the student complement each other. Chiron was the archer of black, and Achilles was the rider of red. They were, in fact, enemies during the Great Holy Grail War. As I recall, Achilles was born a god, as such, or born to a god. As such, he isn't easy to harm without possessing divinity as well. And the only other servant of Black, and the only servant on the side of Black who did was Chiron. Of course, Chiron isn't one to pull his punches, even when facing his former pupils. I wasn't able to see it for myself, but I'm told theirs was an incredibly fearsome battle. You really know your stuff. Well, I did survive the Great Holy Grail War myself, though not because I was particularly strong. I wasn't even a master. How do I put this? I suppose I was very lucky. I wasn't very skilled, nor did I have a sort of charisma needed to command a servant. Could you tell me a little more about what happened? Yes, I suppose I should. I don't think you'll be especially useful, but now that I've summoned you here, the least I can do is answer your questions. I'm an artificially created life form called a homunculus. Huh? You thought homunculi were enemies that looked like snowmen? I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. I can only assume that those homunculi were made some other way. They do say that the Millenia production facility was a work of the distinguished family of alchemists. As for me, Millenia created me so that I could provide magical energy. It takes a vast amount of magical energy to keep a servant materialized, to say nothing of the use of their noble phantasm. So there were a lot of other homunculi besides me. We were all in this fortress to provide the servants with magical energy. Over half of them ended up run completely dry of the magical energy and died, but I ran away. All because I didn't want to die. Do you regret that? That's a difficult question, but I don't think so. The Greater Grail is precious, and every servant who fought in the war risked their lives for it. I can't let that fall into the wrong hands. Tonight's Greater Grail War is about to begin. Are you ready, Achilles? Hell yeah, I am. We will hold off the 9 hostile servants while you defeat the 3 of them. Sir Sieg, Sir Gabriel, are you ready? I am. All set. Good. I wish you luck. Don't worry, you can always shout for help if things go sideways. But hey, I'm sure things will work out somehow. Alright, let's go! Screen spell, Astari Amenia. Good, they've been separated. Now's the time to lure them out. We shall do our utmost to ensure that Sir Gabriel and Sir Sieg are able to defeat their targets without drawing the attention to themselves. And of course, do take care not to destroy the wall. Man, that's a lot of stuff to keep track of. This is already tough. You're not exactly making it easier. Haha, don't worry. I have less practical experience in battle than you do. If anything, I'll be counting on you to show me the ropes. Okay, I see 3 of them. Okay. Caster of Red, Caster of Black, and Assassin of Black, huh? They're not quite as strong as many of the others, but they're still quite formidable. Make sure to watch out for the Assassin, Jack the Ripper in particular. Yeah, I know. Good. Let's go, Master! Yeah! Sieg's a caster, huh? Makes sense, considering he's a big pile of walking magic circuits.
ひとまず仮契約だ。サーバントとしての活動は初めてではないが、俺として戦うのは初めてだ。わけのわからないことを言っているとは思うが、よろしく頼む。
Sweet. Now I just gotta complete the rest of the event before time runs out, and then I will have Sieg as a permanent servant. Alright, so it's looking like a lot of grinding quests to do. Check out the shop real quick. Oh. Friend's flower. That's cute. Okay, so... okay, this is one of those kind of events. Oh boy, don't know if I have time to do this. So yeah, it looks like a typical setup for an event here. It's one of those grinding events. Alright, so we'll pick this back up next time when we actually begin our battle against the servants. Well, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Blade Cross EXE, part of Flash of Blades Productions, and tune in next time when we continue the Fate Apocrypha event. Peace out.